Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me here again this Tuesday on March the 2nd, 2021, with me, your host, Tammeron, an astrologer and spiritual guide, founder of Tammeron's Place, a teaching community. So here I am each week on Tuesday at 222 going live to offer you a free weekly tea and tarot reading with spirit. I've got my magic cup of tea here with me, and this week we are going to be using Colette Baron-Reid's deck, The Enchanted Map, to obtain advice from spirit. So I'm super excited because there is a lot of intense energy happening collectively in the sky. Astrologically, we are now out of Mercury retrograde, has gone direct. We're in a little bit of a shadow period. However, there are currently no planets in retrograde. So what does that actually mean for a lot of us? It means things are going to start moving. Things are going to start happening faster. And there's an intense energy happening this week, which for some people it's feeling very ambitious, maybe aggressive, or maybe even passion. There is an intense energy that's being combined with certain planets, and I want to give everyone a scenario of what that might be like. So when we have a lot of this intense energy that wants to move very fast, it's literally like sitting around the campfire and the wind starts picking up a little bit and you keep trying to get that fire going. And so you finally just get really impatient and you decide, you know what, I just want to get this going. I just want to get this fire booming. And you decide to actually throw a little bit of gas or kerosene on that fire. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the wind picks up. And you know what happens next? You literally have the beginning of a forest fire that you now have to manage. So what started out is, I just want to sit by the fire and enjoy this. And then within 5 minutes, too much has happened. You can't go backwards. And now you've got to call in the fire department. All right. This is the energy that I'm talking about. And this is actually going to get started by the weekend, by Friday. So it is currently Tuesday, March the 2nd. Some people might be feeling this right now, like waking up, getting a lot of ideas, having to write things down. So this message is really for the 2 months, but it's going to be starting today. So I'm going to encourage everyone to pay attention to this video, share it if you feel drawn to, and really, really be conscious of your actions and your behavior, all right? Because I'd rather we all just sit around by the fire, all right? So what we can do is actually take that time and connect with what it is that we are actually feeling. And one of the remedies for that is to journal. And I'll be sharing that with you a little bit later in the video, a copy of my guided prayer journals that I use and that you can use as well. So before we get started, I just want to mention what the magic is in my teacup. Again, a lot of times when we have intense emotional energies happening in our emotional body, it affects us on a physical level. And since we are now in March and we're moving into that spring season, it is the perfect time to do a detox, right? To really manage that inflammation and maybe some of the toxic buildup that has been now put inside of our body. So again, if we're feeling mentally aggressive and inflamed, physically our body is feeling inflamed. So again, the magic in my teacup this week is actually a combination of herbs that are detoxifying. So I can really focus on cleansing my liver. And when I do that, then I'm less angry. I'm less aggressive. So that is how we can use the combination of Mother Earth as one of the actual remedies as well. And it's actually one of my favorite topics to share is what foods I'm eating, what recipes I'm using, and what delicious teas that I am always drinking because I do change it up. So I've given you the deck that we're using today. And again, we're going to shuffle the cards and we're going to ask advice from Spirit by using the messages in the cards on how to really manage this energy. Like I said, not only for today, but for this next 2 months. So we're going to start feeling it right away. The first card, if a card pops up or we take it from the top, is always the challenge. What is the challenge that everyone's going to be experiencing? And what advice? And the second card is an action step that Spirit can give us so that we can really learn how to manage this energy, because 2 months, yeah, it's going to go by. So a lot of magical things can happen when we balance out that energy, right? So when we stay out of that negative, we can actually use this energy to our benefit. All right, so here we go. Nothing's popping, nothing's falling. So I'm going to take just the first 2 cards off the top of the deck for everyone. I'll put down the rest of the deck here. So the first card that came up says protecting our treasure, right? So here we go. That is going to be the challenge. So I'm going to get back to this card in a minute. So I want everyone just to take a look at the image on there. It's a very powerful image. Again, it's about sitting by that campfire, like protecting and searching for what it is that you are actually feeling on a core level, deep, deep down. What is it within you? You don't want to project it onto someone else. And the action step is follow the leader. Oh, wow, I love this card. So again, it's about tapping into that spiritual guidance. Look at this. We've got the image of the golden road, right? So what is above is coming from below. So look at this. If you can manage your energy in a container, right, we can actually get the true message that needs to come out and everything can blossom. Everyone involved can actually blossom from that experience. So again, let's go back. 3 and 9, we add those numbers up to 12. And 12 breaks down to the number of 3 if you're into numerology, okay? So here we go, the power of 3. Protecting that treasure, protecting yourself, getting in touch with what really is happening for you, right? And using that message and that guidance system so that you can manage and follow the leader. Really trust your intuition and that spiritual guidance that's coming through. So hopefully this makes sense to everyone. If you enjoyed that, please feel free to share it with other people. And again, as I mentioned earlier, one of the best ways to actually channel too much air, too much that's going on in your mind, a powerful remedy or a tool to use is to use the journal. However, a lot of journals we buy are blank. And so a lot of people say to me, I don't know what to journal. I don't know what to say. So I encourage you to use guided journals. And guidance can be introspective questions that really help you tap into what's really happening for you. So you get to that root emotional experience. You put it on paper. You're actually giving it a place for it to go so that you're not having this experience with other people, right? And that forest fire, like I was talking about, we can actually use it. So this is the inside of my guided journal. Again, I will post below where you can purchase these. However, when I do have readings, extended readings and sessions with clients, this is actually a bonus gift depending on the level and the length of time that you've spent with me. However, they are also available individually as well. So just to close it off, remember everybody, don't throw gasoline onto the fire. In other words, don't pick a fight, all right? Use this energy to really figure out what's going on with you and get in touch with yourself a little bit better. And remember, we are all humans, so we are all going through these massive changes on the planet together, and everybody's affected in some area of your life, whether it's been your job, your children, your friends, lots of things. All right, so thank you, and I will see you again next week here at 222 with me, Tammeron, your host, your astrologer and spiritual guide and founder of Tammeron's Place, a teaching community. Thanks for watching. Cheers for now. Bye-bye.